Health rocks. Inspired to be substance free.
So today we're going to be talking about making decisions and how important it is to be able to have all of the information to make an informed decision. So we have a little exercise that we're going to do. So you'll need to get a piece of paper and a pencil. While you're getting that, I'm going to explain to you what we're going to do. I've got 4 bags here behind me. You don't know what's in the bags, but I can guarantee you there's something in every one of them. Now, first of all, I want you to think about these bags. Just looking at them, and I'd like you to rate them 1 to 4 as to which one would be your most desirable bag. If you had to pick one of these bags, which one would it be? So just because we're doing this over camera and virtually, I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit about the bags to you, just to make sure you know exactly what you're looking at. So here is just a gift bag. This is more of a duffel bag. We have a purse, and then just a cinch sack backpack. Okay? So I want you to write down in order, rank them from highest to lowest, which ones you would find to be the most desirable bags. So bag 1, 2, 3, 4, put them in order. Now, after you've done that, we're going to look at the weight of the bags. If we were able to do this in person, I would allow you to come and pick up each one of the bags to feel for it yourself, but unfortunately, we are not allowed to do that at this point, so I'm going to lift them up and kind of tell you a little bit. This one is heavy. You can see that. It's very heavy. Okay. This one is really light. Doesn't really feel like there's much in this one. Okay. This one's not as heavy as the first one, but it feels like there's something in there. This one feels like nothing. Feels really light, but it is closed, so I don't know if there's something in there or not. Okay, so I want you to do the same thing again. I want you to rank these bags from 1 to 4, telling me which ones you think would be the most desirable. Now, I want you to think about these bags. You've had to make a decision based solely on the outside appearance of the bag and what it felt like picking it up, or at least what I told you it felt like when I picked it up. Do you think that you have all of the information that you need to make an informed decision if you had to pick one of these bags and you were told you're going to get to keep whatever's in the bag? Do you think you have enough information to make that informed decision? I'd be curious to see which bag you chose. So looking at these bags again, I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to show you what's inside. This is a little bit like a game show, right? Do you want deal number 1 or deal number 2? Okay, so we're looking at the bags now. This was a very heavy gift bag that was full of a bottle of vinegar. Maybe not the best choice if this is the bag that you chose. Next, we have a duffel bag. Nice size duffel bag, but it was really light. Inside here, we have envelope of cash. This would have been the top choice, I tell you. So here we have a purse, nice purse, with a candle. And then we have the cinch sack here that felt very light. And inside here we have a variety of face masks. Now, going back through and looking at what you chose as your top choices on these bags, how'd you do? What were the consequences of not knowing what was inside the bags when you were given the choice to choose one of these? Did you choose well? Did you end up with the cash? Or did you end up with a bottle of vinegar because you were thinking, heavy is good? So these are some things to think about. This is a great illustrative way to show you how important it is to have all of your information as you're making a decision. Now, when you're going through the decision-making steps, as we discussed before, the first step is to identify the decision to be made. So we did that. We knew we had to pick one of these bags. That was the decision to be made. The next thing is to find our options. Well, our options were 1 through 4 right here. Next, we need to look at the positives and negatives for each one of our options. Now, that could have been done in a number of ways, and it is also a very personal choice. If you really like pink, maybe you would go with the pink gift bag. It's your favorite color. You like the polka dots. You're thinking gift bag equals presents equals maybe a really good thing. Perhaps you liked the bigger bag and you wanted to go with the duffel bag and you were thinking that's a good thing. It's light, but who knows, light could be good. Maybe you chose the purse thinking, well, that's a pretty nice purse. Even if there's nothing in it, it's a nice purse. Or, had a little bit of weight to it. Maybe there was something good in it. Maybe you went for the cinch sack thinking, this is obvious. It's light. It's the worst bag there. Obviously, it has the best thing in it. So those are some pros, cons, thinking about how you went through this decision process. And it could have been entirely different for you. The decision-making process is a very individual kind of thing. And it's going to be based on a lot of what you think, what you feel, what your priorities are. Now, the consequences. Were there consequences of what you chose here? This was not a huge decision. It was virtual. It really didn't mean anything. But it gave you an idea. It gave you an idea that there can be consequences for your choices. Positive consequences, picking the duffel bag with the envelope of cash. Negative choices maybe, picking the gift bag with the gallon of vinegar. So these are some things I want you to think about, and I want you to remember these decision-making steps, because as you go forward and as you do these steps more and more, it'll become easier for you, and it'll become like second nature to think through the decision-making steps before you make a decision. And it could be at some point, it might save you from making a bad decision. As you make each decision, big ones and little ones, think about your choices, your options that you have before you make the decision. Try to think about the positive effects and the negative effects from each of those decisions, and think about what consequences may come as a result of those decisions. Like I said, it'll get easier. The more you do it, the easier it will get.